I'll get straight to it. I've got good news and I've got bad news. It's not going to be the news you want to hear, but it's for good reason, man. I think you'd be a great fit here. I don't think right now, and the reason why is we're not going to be able to give you the support you need. And this job, how difficult it's going to be. Like we're most likely going to hire 4 people starting March 1, and we'll probably get rid of 1 or 2 of them April, May,
Okay.
because performance isn't there. Like we're hiring 4 in the hopes to get 2 absolute killers,
Right.
and then we'll do that. We're going to do that for the next 2 quarters. And that's not how I want to run this business. That's not how the CEO wants to run it, but it's how our investors are making us do it. And like, I don't want to hire you and then fire you, right? I think like you have everything it takes to be successful here, but to my point, like it's gonna suck.
Right.
Unless you've been doing this for 10 plus years, unless you just like no matter what are bulletproof. And I'm not saying you're not, but yeah, that's basically it. My feedback for you was awesome conversation. I can tell you're going to be super, super successful. My only reservation was I think you need a little bit right now. Like I think going to, like obviously you're still going to look for a job, and I think if you get into a company that might be like past the round, a little bit more experienced than a
Right.
company that's a little bit more buttoned up, you'll learn some more processes, and you'll continue to like get that experience. So I don't. This was nothing to do with you in any way whatsoever. Truly, I didn't want to put you into this position, even if you told me no, I'm still willing to do it. I'm still willing
Right.
to do it. I don't think it's the right play for you right now.
Okay.
But
I mean, that makes sense.
I'll open that to your feedback though, or questions you have on that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, because that probably is where I was gonna go next. Is like I feel like just with the real estate experience that I've had and becoming a new agent and kind of overcoming those challenges, I know if I hit the phones hard, at least that first month, we could kind of see where it goes. Just knowing a little bit more, I do know like with the economy, with the market, you have to be really performance based and look at those metrics super hard. So, I mean, on my end, I'd be open to giving it a try and seeing if it works, and maybe I can be one of those top 2 reps out of the 4 or 5.
Well, let me do this then, Sharif. I like the answer there. I was going to see what you said. Here's what I'll do. And again, this is not the way that I should do this. This is the way that I have to do it right now. Monica's going to send you a regret, and it's going to say no on it, right? By the 20th, like again, I would give you the role, but I know for a fact it's going to be tough.
Right.
It's not a matter of if. It is going to be tough.
What would you say the toughest part was? It just overcoming the rejection and putting in those calls?
No, the autonomy to understand. Okay, the ability to understand what proper does. The you have to, when you get into proper, you have to understand how our internal processes work before you do anything.
Right.
And they're extremely confusing and complicated and complex. And then once you like figure, and you have to, while doing that, you have to like try to figure out, the outbounding. I think you'll nail the outbounding. I think you'll send demos. I think you'll have no problem there, right? I think the time to get that done will take you significantly longer due to all the internal stuff that we have. And it stresses people out, man. It stresses me out. It stresses everybody out. It's a lot of red tape. And so I do believe somebody that's been like grinded through the startup phase and dealt with other extremely, and I'm not saying you haven't, but extremely smart individuals that might not be in the right positions, and how to deal with them and still get to the, like, there's just a lot of internal stuff that I think would slow you down. And to my point, I think,
because it does seem kind of similar to the last role. So at Decide is a startup as well, and it was like when I joined as a SDR. To be frank, it was not a lot of work there for me to do, just because there wasn't any training set up. There wasn't really like management in place already. So a lot of it starting was just learning the platform. What is native advertising? What is the difference from programmatic and pay-per-click myself? And then it probably wasn't until I would say 3 months until we had like a designated SDR manager who then came through. He showed me how to, instead of spraying and praying, but how to find and do personalized outreach, how to prospect the right titles and things of that sort. So I kind of get what you're saying when you're saying it's a lot to learn, but I have been in similar like startup situations, even with my own startup of like a hiring agency of learning like put these people in these places. This is what different softwares. These are just different things that you kind of have to learn at a fast pace and still be able to pitch it at a high level.
I like this conversation. I like where it's going. I don't think that's the key part. I think the key part is the experience. So our company's ran like a 20-year-old publicly traded company, but we're a startup. So what I mean by that is we have. Do you know what SLAs are?
SLAs, I'm not familiar.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. I wasn't familiar until I was 6 years into. You don't have to look it up. Until I was 6 years into a management position, but it's service level agreements.
Okay.
And they're only really prevalent in here's an example of a service level agreement. You send a contract to Title, and you need them to get you a HUD, and their SLA is we'll get you that back in 1 day, right?
Right.
If they don't do it in 1 day, they've broken SLA. Right, so that it's like you've agreed from marketing to sales, you're going to get this done in this time.
Right,
dude, we've got more SLAs than any company I've ever worked at. I've worked at publicly traded companies, and the same story goes around. So it's not startup experience that you need right now for what we're doing here. It's almost like you need to understand how SOPs, SLAs, SOWs, standard operating procedures, standard like scope of work, all these things.
Right.
Because they slowed me down when I got here, and they slowed me down tremendously when I got here. So let's do this. Again, you were top of my list. It was more a matter of, as I sat there, would we be able to set Sharif up for success based on what I believe and the answer to me was no. And so therefore, like, I can't hire somebody that I don't believe we're going to be able to make successful.
Right.
Even if they tell me they're going to be able to be successful. They don't work here. They don't know. They haven't worked under me. They haven't worked in this department.
Makes sense.
I know, right? But I could also be wrong. So keep interviewing. Let's reconnect on the 20th. So let's go ahead and send me an invite right now for the 20th, which is next Monday. I don't want to say no right now. This is not a no, but again, this is awkward because I like you a lot. I don't want to have to fire you in 2 months.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, you just got proposed. Like you're getting your life together. The last thing you want to do is start a new startup and then get fired in 2 months.
Yeah.
So if you want if you need help or anything, or you want questions on like who to apply for, look at who I'm connected to. I'll help get you other interviews, even for the experience.
Okay.
Because I really liked you, man. Again, this is awkward for me. I don't usually do this. But,
yeah, no, I get it.
Let's see if we can work something out. And if on the 20th, I've changed my mind, let's have another conversation on the 20th. So set up 15 for us on the 20th.
Okay. Perfect. I'll send this over now.
Hate to string you along, man. I know you'd be good, but I don't want to have to fire you.
I get it.
Yep. I slam dunk hire next year or last year, but this is a tough year.
What time next Monday works for you?
Whatever's good. Earlier the better for me. So you're in wait, where are you at?
I'm in Eastern time, so it's 1 p.m. my time.
Do 9 my time, so 11 your time Monday if that works for you.
Okay, perfect. And
let me know too in that call who else you've applied for, like who you're interviewing with. Let's talk about that.
And then what's your email again?
matt.sanford@proper.ai.
@proper.ai. Okay, perfect. Cool. I'm sending this over now.
Are you far along with anybody right now?
I'm far along with Promenade and what was the other company? And I was far along with InMarket, but I just talked to them earlier today, and they're kind of going in a different direction of like what they're looking for. But
InMarket or Haymarket?
InMarket.
InMarket, okay.
Yeah, it looks like they were looking for someone with more of like agency experience, which the hiring manager said he kind of didn't know up front, but that's
I'll give you a good word at Promenade right now.
Sweet. Proper.
Are you working with Anna or no?
I'm not.
Okay.
But I'm still kind of looking, even if Promenade's like the way I want to go, just because it would be nicer to go with a company that either is more in the ad tech, real estate space, or like AI space. Just because I think those are like gonna grow the fastest over the next few years.
1 second. Yeah. I can't remember. You're still at your current company or not there anymore?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, not there anymore. Decide, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, well, like it's like if you get the job at Promenade and then you have to leave, that's not the worst thing.
Hmm.
But I did give you a little. I just said, hey, I've got a buddy in the interview process. I've been chatting with. I think you'd be great for you guys. But
Thank
anyways,
you. I appreciate it.
yeah, of course. Let's chat Monday again. We could chat Monday, and I could say, hey, yeah, let's get you into the panel. I'm just a really transparent person. I didn't want to leave you hanging.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And I wanted to be upfront with you.
Yeah.
I know it's not the news. I know it's not the news you wanted to hear. You could rebuttal me all day long. You're not going to change your mind on this call. But Monday, I might have it changed. And yeah, sorry to string you along, but I think it's better than a no.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I like being transparent on my side too, so I appreciate it, Matt, for sure.
Appreciate you, Sharif. We'll chat on Monday.
All right, sounds good.
Later.
Bro, this